Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session on AI yourself. We're going to be getting started in 4 minutes from now. So those of you who are on, hi. And those of you who are watching the recording, just bear in mind, you might want to skip about 4 minutes in because we're just going to wait 4 minutes until it's actual start time. I've just started this stream 4 minutes early just to wait for everyone to come in. So I will properly introduce what we're going to be covering today when we get started. But for now, those of you that are in the room, hi. I'd love to hear. I see that some of you are already saying where you're from and where you live. Let us know what you do. What are you an expert in? Tell us where you are. If you are joining on the stream, we'd lovely to see who is here today. And I'm just checking that we are recording. Yes, we are. Recording is in progress. Fantastic. So give us a couple of minutes and do let me know if you guys can hear me. Those of you that are on, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, you can. Brilliant. Thank you for the comments. Cheers, Rinda, Jay, Leanne, Caitlin, Bronwyn, Mike. Hello. Hello, Edith. Fantastic to see you all here. So those of you just coming into the room, do let us know all about you. I'd love to have an idea of the kind of work that you do, just in case there's any kind of contextualized examples that I can give as to how some of you guys might like to use chatbots, AI bots that we're going to be covering today, custom GPTs. What do we got here? We've got, hi, Tristan, Yasmin, hi, Anne. Lovely to see you all here. We've got some fellow local Gold Coasters to me. We've got some friends here from the US checking in. Those of you, Katie's driving. Be very careful whilst you're driving. Only listen, no looking, please. This is all going to be recorded. So you will be able to watch this replay instantaneously after today's session. Actually, on the very same link, you're watching this live. So if you do have to drop off or drop out at any point, you can actually just come straight back to this same very link and you will be able to watch the replay afterwards. We've got friends here from Western Australia. We've got accountants. We've got tech friends. Hello, fellow tech friends. I hope you're going okay at the moment. There's a lot of crazy energies right now, which is being very interesting for tech users. The Schumann resonance, for those of you who don't know, resonance, which is the Earth's heartbeat, our Earth's magnetic frequency, usually vibrates at around 7.8 hertz. Actually, a few days ago, it shot up to 19 hertz. Some scientists are saying because of a solar flare. And that energy has been very much impacting Earth the last few days. So if any of you have been having like, what is going on in the world right now, that's probably why. Not to mention the fact that we have 7 planets currently in alignment with one another, a very rare planetary parade, which is apparently amplifying both the positive and negative energetic frequencies of all of our different planets, if you are into all that kind of stuff. And just to throw a curveball in there to make it even more fun, it's also a new moon in the rebellious, revolutionary Aquarius. So have fun with that. If you think that you're a little bit more mentally unstable than usual, that's why. Those of you watching the replay of this afterwards, ignore all of that. If January was crazy for you, this is why. So that's all a bit fun. What have we got here? Your chat's recording you. Your chat is recording me as I speak. Awesome. How good is that? I'm hacking into your computer. So good. We've got coaches and mentors in the room. Please continue just to comment. In this space, we actually can only see your presence if you're commenting. So we have got about, I think it looks about 45, 50 people live right now. We're going to be getting started in exactly 1 minute. All right, get ready for a 1 minute start and we will get going with our AI Yourself workshop. So let us know that you're here, what you do and where you are. 1 more minute to go. Diane, Nirja, Manuela, lovely to see you all. Okay, my clock's just switched to bang on time, so let's get going, my friends. Welcome to the AI Yourself workshop. Now, this is going to hopefully blow your brains out. In today's session, I'm going to be taking you through some of the current amazing things that you can very simply do with some of the AI that's available. We're only going to be focusing on 2 main areas of AI at the moment, as this space is enormous. We're going to be looking at particularly ChatGPT today. There have been some huge updates in ChatGPT, and you guys are going to be the first people to know about it. And when I say first, I don't mean that quite literally. Of course, other people have heard of these announcements, but there are very few people using AI at the moment. I'm going to be taking you through how to create your own custom ChatGPT bots. What is that? If you have no idea, don't worry. I'm going to explain what that even means. I'm going to be talking to you about the kinds of ChatGPT bots that you can create, how you can use them, why and how they're going to help you. And I'm going to actually take you through the step-by-step process for creating one. I've got the exact copy and paste instructions that you are going to have full copy and paste access to today to create a clone of yourself as a bot and train it in everything that you know so that it can look, speak, act, think, write like you for the rest of time and keep getting better at being you, probably better at being yourself than you even are, so that you can automate lots of tasks in the future. I'm going to tell you about some of the massive changes coming to ChatGPT very soon and what you're going to be able to do with that so that you can be pre-armed and pre-prepared with some of the incredible productivity hacks that no one else is going to be using for a while. You're going to be the early adopters and feel super duper smart and ahead of the times. I'm also going to be introducing you, again, some of you have seen touches of this already, to AI employees, and just give you a tiny bit of a look under the hood as to just how revolutionary this can be for your business, literally replacing actual people with AI. What? And instead of paying tens of thousands of dollars a month for wages, literally we're talking dollars to be able to replace human beings. We're also going to be showing you how to do lead generation from social media and so much more. Who's ready? Who's ready? Yes, please. Let's go. So I'm going to just take you in now to the slide deck over here that is going to start walking you through some of the cool stuff we're going to do today. Hands up, give me a hell yeah in the comments if you want to create your own GPTs today. Give me a hell yes. Yes, 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 yes. Loving it. Everyone's excited. So hello, lovely to meet you all. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Cordiner. I'm a qualified teacher trainer. I help people commercialize their knowledge. And I'm also the CEO of Techmatics. So I also have spent the last 12 years of my life helping people commercialize their knowledge, stand out and build their brand and build their businesses using tech and automation. I've been using automation for years. It's actually been around for a lot longer than people realize. AI has been around for a lot longer than people realize. And automation tools that originally started as things like, for instance, if this, then that, Zapier, right? You may have heard of some of those tools. These are automation tools that have actually been around for about a decade. And it's only really now that obviously AI and automation is becoming mainstream. And I've been teaching people those kinds of tools and automation techniques and using automations in tools like ActiveCampaign originally to help basically put tasks that you do in your business on autopilot. And we're going to be talking about some of those today as well. Now, we're going to be going through today, as I've just said, in around the next 60 to 90 minutes-ish, we're going to be talking about creating custom GPTs and what the actual heck they really are, how to use them and what kind of things you can use them for. We're going to be talking about AI agents and what that means, AI employees, what that means and what they can do for you. We're going to show you how to create leads, actually getting people's names and email addresses from social media using AI bots. And we're also going to be showing you how you can even take AI that's currently available and create whole workflows and automations, even if you're as tech savvy as a potato and haven't got a clue what an automation is and how to make one. Basically, AI can do that for you now as well. Now, I will be doing a demo of that inside Techmatics, but the majority of today will be about ChatGPT to make it accessible for anyone, no matter what kinds of platforms you're using. So just to get you started on this, what's really important about AI is, first of all, nobody knows what they're doing. This is so new and it's changing so quickly that it's very easy for us all to think, oh my gosh, I'm behind. I don't have a clue about this. Everyone else is doing it. First of all, everyone else is not doing it. However, data has shown that, I think it's a CZERO, I can never say CZERO. The research body has got data recently that suggests that 80% of small businesses are planning to adopt AI in 2025. Right? That is a lot of people. And what this means is if you are not committing yourself to learning AI and being in continuous learner mode, you are going to fall behind and will be in that 20% of people that's not using it. And I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want this to be about fear mongering. I actually want this to be inspirational and encouraging and motivating. But we do have to acknowledge the very real fact that if we decide to let fear of the unknown and fear of stuff that we don't completely understand, and to be fair, never really will, take over the action that we are not taking, if we let that fear of just not being able to keep up with something that's changing so rapidly stop us from playing and stop us from learning, we are going to fall behind. And this is purely because let's just face the fact that as a human being, there's only so much that we can manually do. So if our competitors start creating opportunities of ultimate and unlimited scale, of outreach, of lead generation, of fulfilling orders, of upselling to people, and we're not, they, because of the fact, can at a volume far higher and faster than us deal with getting more customers, serving more customers, and upselling to more customers. We are just by natural law of math going to be behind them. So what I want to encourage you with this today is get comfortable just being a permanent learner. You're never going to be in a position, and none of us are, where we are masters in AI, because it is changing at a rate that no human being can ever possibly stay on top of, be an expert in all round, and know everything about. Every single day that I log online, there have been changes and updates. So my job is to just be a learner and to share what I'm learning with you. And that means that your job is exactly the same, to just get comfortable with being a permanent learner. It is always going to feel new. And it's always going to feel like I've got no idea what's going on. Are we all going to be in agreement with constantly being learners? We're just permanent learner hats on here with AI. Yes, we've got a lot of people that have just been saying here, yeah, I've got Leanne saying a lot of people have been rebelling against AI. We're scared of it. We don't know what data it's collecting about us globally. We don't know what the future power of AI is going to be, or what bad things it might be able to do. But on the flip side of everything, there's good and bad, there's light and dark. At the moment, there are a lot of incredibly amazing, powerful, incredibly life-changing things that it can do. And we're going to jump on that horse. We're going to look at the light, and we are going to safely and carefully focus on the things that we can use it for good for, and particularly in how we can use it in our businesses to help and serve more people whilst making our own lives much easier. So let's get into the first part. What is a custom GPT and what are they for? Now, many of you, I'm sure, are using ChatGPT. Give me a yes in the comments if you've been using ChatGPT at all. Yes, I'm just looking at the screen. Absolutely. Of course we are. Now, you may have, inside your exploration of ChatGPT, seen that when you go into ChatGPT, you can type in anything and it's giving you answers. It's giving you direction. It's scraping the internet for information and providing you with answers. But what we can actually do today, and we've been able to do this for a while, is create what's called custom GPTs. This is basically like creating a little tiny pocket of ChatGPT that you have very specifically personalized, customized, and trained with specific information, specific data, and specific task instructions for it to be able to really accurately behave in a certain way, certain information, collect certain data, and of course, store and remember cumulatively that information so that it can keep getting better at very specific tasks. I'm going to be giving you some examples of that today. Now, one of my favorite ways to do this, and one GPT that I recommend every single business owner has, is to create, first of all, a GPT that is a clone of yourself. Now, while this sounds terrifying, I don't know, I spent a lot of my life saying, I wish I could just clone myself. Wouldn't it be easier in business if I could just clone myself? Now, at the moment, the most basic version of doing this is to create a custom GPT that is you, that you have trained in all of your knowledge and information. You're going to tell it about what you do, who you are, give it a link to your website. It will scrape your whole website if you've got one. You can give it the transcripts to your videos that you've created, transcripts to any webinars you've done, any training or workshop recordings that you've got of yourself from the past, any blog posts that you've written from the past. You can plop all of that in. You can go and scrape all of your social media content that you've ever written and posted and dump it all into this bot that is you. And it's going to learn who you are, how you speak, how you write, what you do, how you do it. And it's even going to be able to write like you, think like you, speak like you, and even promote your products, services, and send links to people who are using that bot. Now, FYI, you can see on the screen here, if I open up my screen, that you can create bots that you can use internally in your business, privately, that no one else can see or use. So you may choose to use this clone of yourself purely for you and your team. You may just only be keeping this private in just the same way you can switch a video on YouTube to private and unlisted or make it public. You can keep this bot just privately behind closed doors, behind a padlock, so that you and your team can use it to reply to emails for you. Now, isn't this great? A lot of people have said to me when I've been teaching years and years in the past, hire assistants, hire staff, hire team members. And they say, but one thing I can't outsource is responding to my emails. You can. Because once you've trained a bot in how you answer all of your commonly asked questions, in all of the content you've ever created, all you have to do to get emails answered, or your staff, is copy and paste that email into your own bot, and the bot will reply as you, completely contextualized with your content, your information, and links to your things, your products, your services, your blogs, your content. So your staff no longer need to go through rigorous training. They no longer need to have English as a first language. They no longer need to know every single nuanced detail of who you are, what you do, and how you answer questions, because this bot that you create that's a clone of yourself is going to know that. And the more you train it, and I am going to be showing you how to do that, the better it's going to become at being you. How exciting is that? So straight away from today's session, if you stick with this to the end, you're going to have that in place. Wow. You're going to be able to outsource your email replying. That is going to save you hours a day already, is it not? And the other thing, when I said it's going to get better at being you than you, this is because your bot is also going to be able to remove emotion. So I don't know about you, but some of us, human beings, we actually can be quite emotional creatures, right? If we receive an email that triggers us, that makes us feel defensive, that makes us mad, someone's asked for a refund or sent us a nasty reply to some campaign that we've sent out, right? This is common in business. We have the tendency as human beings who are a little bit imperfect to reply with not the best responses, that are a bit defensive, that are a bit over emotional, and it can create conflict. If you just take a moment to go, I'm going to get my clone bot to reply to this, copy paste, it's going to reply in that professional, calm, best version of you state. It is going to save so much drama by sometimes just knowing I need to step back from my emotional human state right now and let my clone bot take over this particular moment and make this difficult response a little bit nicer. Again, social media comments. This is another great way you can use your AI. If you are in a group chat, you might see someone ask a question that's in your area of expertise. And again, our human emotional present state can influence the way that we write that comment, write that reply. You can use your bot to say, hey, I've just seen someone post this question on Facebook. Please help me create a really nice, inspiring reply. Boom. And it's going to reply as you. And when I say reply, obviously you're going to have to copy and paste that in at the moment. I'm going to show you how you can automate comments on Facebook in today's session. But inside other people's groups and other people's posts, you can still just craft the response in your clone of yourself, which is obviously going to come across so much more calm, professional, centered, and from a place of fantastic being. Now, also, you can use your bots not just internally, but externally. So you can be using these bots, completely separate bots, as perhaps customer support, coaching support, for sales as a resource. I'm going to show you some examples in a minute to help this kind of sink in. You might be using this bot to, for instance, say to people, I'm actually going to make this one public, this one that's trained in everything that I know, and all of my students can have access to this bot. So instead of inundating my inbox and sending me DMs at 2 o'clock in the morning asking me questions, they can just ask my bot, and the bot's going to respond in the same way you would. So they're getting coaching from you, but from the bot. This is a way that you can use these custom GPTs as your customer support, as your coaching assistant, as literally a clone of you that can help you guide and support your students and your customers. For Techmatics, we've created one that's trained in all of the how to do stuff in Techmatics so that the bot can help reply. For instance, you'll see in a moment, I had a particular project in one of my businesses where there was grant funding available for people in our particular region to get grant funding to help them set up their tech. I created a custom GPT that was trained in the questions of that grant so that my students could use the bot to literally write their grant application for them. So you can see here how that would work. Other things you can do. Any of you who are in the Legends Lab, you will have noted in the training we've done this week alone, I've created a sales page creator bot that has been trained in how I write sales pages for the highest conversions. And I've given that to all of my students as a bonus. So they've got this extra resource inside their training, making what they're paying for in the Legends Lab even more valuable because it's yet another resource that they can practically use in their business. So what I want you to be thinking about here is there is many types of GPTs you can create for all kinds of purposes. You can create unlimited GPTs, and get this, they can all talk to each other as well. Wow. I'm going to be showing you more of this today. Who's excited? I'm excited. Now, everyone's just going, oh my gosh, this is crazy already, and we haven't even got started. Now, there's lots of GPTs, first of all, before we go in and teach you how to make one of these yourself. There's lots of GPTs that other people have already created for you that you can use right away. Excuse me, I'm very uncomfortable in my chair today. These GPTs are basically, think of them in ChatGPT, they're like apps. They're like how you would download an app on your phone, and that app can do very customized activities and customized tasks. You can find these really easily inside your ChatGPT account. When you log into ChatGPTs and you click on Explore GPTs on your main left-hand menu over here, and you can actually see that there's tons and tons of different GPTs that people have already created. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you so that you can see. This is going to be where you can get GPTs in here for helping you write specific things, for productivity, for image creation, for doing research, for creating PowerPoint slides. There are so many different things in here. There's lifestyle stuff. Oh my gosh, there are 1,000,001 different things you can create GPTs for. You can even get in here like YouTube video summarizers where you chuck in the link to a YouTube video. Maybe there's some 2-hour tutorial up there that too long, haven't got time to watch that. Chuck the link in, it's going to summarize the whole YouTube video for you. FYI, I also use, in a similar vein, ChatGPT to, for instance, take the transcript of my workshops. I might have delivered a 2-hour workshop like I did yesterday. I took the transcript of that video, which I pasted into ChatGPT, and I said, summarize this and turn it into a blog post. Summarize the transcript of this workshop I delivered and create 50 different social media posts from it using my exact wording from my own video transcript. Create an email blast that can go out to my list with all of the tips from this workshop that I taught, and then promote the workshop recording that people can buy from it. I'm just firing random ideas at you here as the kind of stuff that you can do. So with this in mind, not only can you start using these ChatGPT apps or GPT examples, as I've said, the reason you're all here today is because you're going to want to create your own. And this opportunity right now is at its absolute most basic form, and it's already amazing. What this is going to be able to do very soon is going to blow your socks off. And if you start playing with this and creating these basics now, you're going to be able to do some pretty amazing things in the not too distant future. So these are a couple of examples of my particular bots here. Let me take you in to my ChatGPT to show you an example. First of all, I've got a custom bot that I've created that is quite literally a clone of me. I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes to show you what these look like and what the prompts are so that you can copy my prompt template, which I have for you right here, and I'll be giving you access to in just a second. So this here, I've made this particular one available to anyone who I share the link with. And I use this for myself all day, every day. And my team use this all day, every day. They would come in here and say, how would Sarah answer this question? How would answer this email as Sarah? Create 10 social media posts that have something to do with Sarah Cordiner's workshop that she delivered in January last year. And this is used for everything. It's also, because it's fed with all of the transcripts of every training video I've ever created and every workshop or webinar I've ever run, every presentation I've delivered on a stage that I record and get the transcripts of, every blog post I've ever written, every YouTube video I've put up, every social media post I've created. I can also allow my students to use this to ask it any questions at all, and it will do its best to answer as me. And this is only going to improve over time. The more it's trained, the better the system and the software becomes, the more this is going to be able to be you, allowing you to continue to scale and create more content to feed it with and help more people with. The other kind of custom GPT I've created, which I have mentioned here, and guess what? I'm going to actually give it to you because I'm being a little bit generous today, is my sales page creator bot. Now, I have a very specific way of creating sales pages on account of the fact that I've been creating them for more than a decade. I have learned through my own testing, trialing, and tons of research on what creates high converting sales pages and what should be on them to sell stuff, particularly if it's knowledge-based work like webinars, workshops, challenges, education programs, courses, memberships, anything consulting or advice coaching. It doesn't matter what you sell, but it's particularly trained in that. This has been trained behind the scenes with all of that data, information, and guidance, so that when you literally just tell this thing, I want to create a sales page for my new lipstick range, it's going to ask you a couple of questions and literally write the sales page copy for you. Bam. How good is that? Who wants it? Who wants a copy? Who wants to have access to this sales page creator and never have to worry about how on earth am I going to write that sales page copy again? Who wants it? Who wants it? Give me a yes. Give me a yes. All right. Come on. I need some yeses. Woohoo. In the chat, I am now pasting the link to this GPT. Sorry, I'm just looking at my screen right now, so it's all gone a little bit crazy over there. Let me go back to my GPT bot. If you click the link that I've just put in the chat, those of you watching the recording of this, you'll either find it in the chat or in the comments area below. If you can't find it, email me on sarah@sarahcordiner.com. We'll make sure you get a link to this. What you do once you've opened this, to save it into your taskbar on the left-hand side, press the drop-down arrow. Once you've got this open, press the drop-down arrow on the top left-hand side of your GPT page and click on Add to Sidebar or Pin to Sidebar. And it will actually permanently then stay on the left-hand side of your screen. How exciting. Who's got it? I'll just put that link in there again because the comments have gone absolutely wild. And hopefully you've got the link there. Don't worry, when we send out the recording, we will put all of the links to these inside the email as well. So please make sure you check your emails. We will put this in here. Now, that's one example. Absolutely amazing. Now, let me just show you, for example, I want to create a sales page for my new makeup course. Okay, it's now going to, I can't even spell properly. It's just going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? Just a few, just to ask you what it's about. And you don't have to know the answers. Let me give you another surprise with this. You don't have to know the answers. FYI, I've added a Chrome extension to be able to talk into my ChatGPT because I find it easier. So let me just give you a real example. I don't know what title my makeup course should be, but it's going to be aimed at people who want to learn how to apply makeup for doing training videos or professional speaking. So it's all about kind of stage makeup. Please suggest a title for me because I don't know what it's going to be called. The outcomes are going to be that people are just going to feel confident on stage. They want to be able to create that perfect makeup look without being a professional makeup artist and knowing nothing about makeup application. And the price is going to be $47. So I've just given it a brain dump, literally a brain dump. And it's going to say, this is what I think your course is about, or this is what your thing that you're selling is about. Are you sure? I'm just going to go, yes. That's it. And which one do you like best? Oh, which title do I like best? I'm not even going to read them. I'm just going to put number 1. Okay. And boom. Here is, oh, what's it asking me now? Our crafted sales page. Before I start, do you have any bonuses? Oh, yes. Let's give them my makeup recommendations list. Here we go. This is the actual sales page copy that you are going to need. I don't know how to get rid of this silly screen here. How do I get rid of that? Gooey. All right, so it's going to literally take you through the title, the first line. What is it? What do you get? What learning outcomes are they going to get? So it's actually going to suggest those learning outcomes for you. It's also going to then touch on the emotional pain points, the desires that people have, so that you're creating emotional psychology in your page. And it's also going to summarize what they're going to get, who it's for, a little bit about you, and bam, it's going to tell you where to put all of the buttons as well. I have trained this behind the scenes on how to make this perfect. How good is this? That's an example of that. Here's another example, for instance, of a GPT that I've created. And guess what? Feeling generous. I'm going to help you and let you have this one as well. I realized from teaching for a long time and being a business coach that a lot of people get stuck on, oh my gosh, there's so much to do in my business. I literally don't know what to do next. I have no idea what to do. My list is so big, my brain's fried, and people spend a lot of time working on things in their business that are not actually productive, income generating, and really aren't the things that they should be working on right now to make sure they're making money and scaling their business operations. So I've trained my bot in how to be a strategic business partner that is focused on income generation and specifically knows how to prioritize tasks that focus on short-term immediate income tasks, then longer-term growth and expansion and scalability tasks. So all you have to do with this bot as a result of people going, I don't know what to do next, is dump in your to-do list. Just literally dump your to-do list in this bot, press enter, and it is going to reprioritize the tasks that you need to do in your business right now as the fastest income generating activities, and even suggest activities in that priority list that you probably hadn't thought you need to be doing based on what you've put down on your list. Who wants my bot? Who wants it? I'm going to give it to you free of charge because I'm feeling generous. So I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to put this in the chat as well. I dare you now to all dump your to-do lists in here. Remember, if you want to keep this in your ChatGPT, you just press the little drop-down arrow on the top right-hand side and press pin to taskbar or pin to sidebar, and you'll have it there. You'll have me sat in your ChatGPT forever, and every day you can go in and go, what should I work on next? What shall I do? What shall I do? Get out of here. I know. How good is this? How good is it here? Loves it. This is the kind of stuff that my Legends Lab members get all the time, FYI, right? Imagine being in my Legends Lab where you're getting this stuff all the time. This is just a free taster for the public market. All right. There's a couple of examples. As you can see here, another ChatGPT example I've got is a Techmatics Techspert. Now, let me give you some personal examples. Let me actually take you into some other examples I've got here. I have created I've started today's sessions talking about what's going on with the planets. I'm a gypsy girl. I love my astrology. I love my spirituality and my woo stuff. I have trained a custom GPT that I've kept private just for me in my personal planetary alignments, in my personal astrology and my personal human design. I've trained it on what websites that I trust for the most up-to-date current planetary positions. And every single morning, I can literally go to this bot, press this button, tell me about the planets right now and how they're going to impact me personally. I've trained it on how to create personalized meditations for me, personalized affirmations, and exactly how the current planetary positions are uniquely impacting me, and therefore what tasks I should be working on in my business today to really leverage the current astrology energies. It gives me a mantra. I've trained it to recommend specific essential oils for me today. Now, this might be way too woo for some of you, but again, the point of this is for me to show you an example of just how differently you can use custom GPTs as a feature to help you in your unique everyday life. How cool is this? I use this every day because to me, this is something I value and that's important to me. Now, here's where it gets even more sexy. I said to you a moment ago that our chat GPTs that we create can talk to each other. So I could go into my astrology bot over here and I could actually say, cool, based on my current astrology, what tasks should I be working on in my business right now, and attach it to my business advisor? How do I do that? I could go to my astrology bot and go, based on today's energies, what tasks should I prioritize in my business? And I'm going to tag my business strategist bot. And you tag one of your other bots literally in the same way you tag someone on Facebook with the @ sign. It's going to press @ and it's called Business Growth Strategist. There's my Business Growth Strategist. It will pop up in exactly the same way someone's name pops up on Facebook. And what this is doing now is it's going to literally source both what I've trained it about my astrology and what I've trained it about my bot. So it's now going to look at the current planets, and it's going to tell me that based on all of those things, here are the things that I should be working on right now, because these two sets of data and information are going to talk to each other. Who is just going, what on earth is going on? Holy macaroni, how good is this? I'm just looking at the comments on my other screen. Isn't it amazing? Yes, thank you, Jamie. I do like to be called a wizard. Fabulous. It's mind-blowing. We haven't even got started yet. How good is this? So start thinking today. Here is what I want you to think about. What do you do in your business all the time? What tasks do you spend like repeatedly having to research for, get information about, or tell people to do? You could probably create a whole plethora of specialized custom GPTs in your business that uniquely help you streamline and be more efficient in everyday tasks in your business. Wow. Now, if you're not sure, you can actually ask ChatGPT what GPTs you might need in your business. You can actually go to ChatGPT, and I could go into my bot here, and I'm actually going to show you an example of what I mean here. Let's go into my one of me, and I'm going to say this. Based on everything you know about me, what kind of custom GPTs do you think I could create to help me be more efficient, more productive in my business? Ooh. A course creation GPT, a business and marketing GPT, monetization and passive income. It's even going to tell you what it's going to do. I can create one on specifically repurposing my own content. Look at all these different things. It's even suggesting my business techmatics. How incredible is that? Now let's pretend I think, a course creation GPT would be good. Okay, so I might go up to here and say, create the exact instructions that I would need to put in a custom GPT for a course creation GPT. It's going to give you the very instructions that you need to put in the back end, which I'm going to show you how to do right now. It's going to give you the instructions, the GPT name, the GPT description, the persona it needs to have, what capabilities and features it needs to have, what it needs to do, what it needs to ask people, and so much more. Seriously, we don't even need brains anymore. What did we do before AI? I don't know. This stuff used to take me months and months. Insane in the membrane. This just keeps getting better and better. All right. Sorry, I know you couldn't see my screen then. It temporarily froze. Now, let's talk about what else is possible with ChatGPT before I show you how to make these bots. You may have heard of something called agentic AI. If you haven't, welcome to the lingo. Agentic AI means AI agent. Agentic. Agents mean GPTs that go far beyond just giving us information. At the moment, as you've seen, ChatGPT traditionally to date has been able to just scrape information from the internet, search a few websites, find some information, and basically splurge out information to you. Agents Agentic AI agents have the ability to think for themselves, to act for themselves. And as of a week or so ago, in the US, this is now live. We now have inside ChatGPT in the US something called Operator. This is a feature on the Pro plan of ChatGPT, which has a very large price tag on it, I might like to add. I'll tell you more in a second. This is obviously going to be rolled out globally very soon. The rest of us are going to have this very soon too. I'm dying that it's not here in Australia just yet. But those of you in the US do actually have this right now. It's active, it's live, it's working. Now, what does Operator do? Instead of just getting it to give you information, Agentic AI and the one called Operator in ChatGPT is something that can now not only go and search the internet for you, it can go and book tables in a restaurant for you. It can go and book Airbnbs for you. It can book hotels for you. It can go and book your manicure appointment for you. It literally goes, when you type in a question like book a manicure for me on the Gold Coast for Thursday around 3 p.m. if possible. Hit enter. The screen that you see in front of you will literally then, you will see it go to the internet and your hands are off. You see your mouse moving as if someone's controlling it. It will go to the internet. It will type in manicure appointments on the Gold Coast at 3 p.m. on Thursday. It will then bring up a Google search result and it will start clicking on all of the different websites that come up, find if it's got a digital booking calendar, and then book the appointment. It literally will scroll through, find that particular hair appointment. Now, if it's not sure what hair appointment you want, it will say, okay, I found somewhere that has an appointment available, but Sarah, did you want a full head of foils, a half head of foils? Would you like a haircut? Would you like a color? Would you like this? These are the options that are available. And you go, I want a full head of foils. And then it will carry on. It will go, okay. It will then go back to finishing the booking of that appointment and book it for you. It will then go, would you like me to add this to your calendar? And you just go, yep. And it adds it to your calendar and it's booked your appointment for you. It can find and book flights for you. So if you type in, I want to fly to Dallas on the 24th of October, 2025. I'm flying from the Gold Coast. I'd like a direct flight. It will literally search, open up all of the different flights and find a flight. And it will say, is this the one you want? Yep. And it will book it for you. This is live now. This is actually live and real right now. I should have vodka in this. It's just water. But this is what's happened in a matter of months. Can you imagine what we're going to be able to do in a matter of more months? Now, let me take you one step further about just how far this is already at. Aside from the Operator, which when I said, by the way, it has a hefty price tag, it is on the Pro plan only of ChatGPT. And as I said, at the time I'm recording this, it's only available in the US. That is a big fat $200 a month. However, can you imagine in just a matter of weeks, this could be replacing whole entire staff for you. Those of you that are hiring assistants or receptionists or VAs, I don't like the thought of anyone's job going, don't worry, my Febby, you were very safe. $200 for a full-time 24-hour-a-day employee. In my world, that is a massive saving. That's instead of $60,000 a year for someone's wages. That's a dramatic saving. This is crazy. So the other thing it has, as well as the Operator, that is now live, currently live inside ChatGPT. It's not rolled out to all countries yet. So if you can't see this next feature I'm going to show you, it's because we're not in the right country yet, but it's coming, is something called Tasks. And what Tasks does is it allows you to pre-schedule ChatGPT actions that are going to go and do things for you. So for instance, you could type in every Monday morning at 7 a.m., send me a news roundup summary of everything that's happening in the course creation industry. You press set, you just enter, and every single Monday morning at 7 a.m., whatever you said, it's going to send you all of the news articles and all of the latest news around whatever you've asked it to. So you are constantly on top of what's going on without even having to do the search yourself. You could literally say, every single morning, send me a full summary of all of the appointments that I have. Or every single morning, send me an update of my current cash flow and bank statement balance. Don't give ChatGPT your bank account details, but you can do that, right? This is some of the stuff that ChatGPT can do. That's just a minimum example of just some of the things that tasks can currently do. But to show you where that is, I don't have it available yet because I'm in Australia, but this is going to be available very soon. To find tasks, if you have it in your country on your plan, you click on this box here called View Tools. Now, I don't have it here yet because I'm in Australia, but basically if you do have it in your country, you will see something pop up here called Tasks. And when you type in what you want it to do and click on Tasks, press enter, the task is set. This is just, seriously, someone hold my beer. It's crazy. How many people are going to lose their jobs? This is obviously an ongoing ethical argument at the moment that none of us know the answer to. There are a lot of people who are potentially going to have less opportunities because of the fact that AI is going to be able to take over a lot of mundane tasks. But what I'm encouraging a lot of assistants to do is learn how to make GPTs and learn how to become AI operators and AI engineers, i.e. there's a lot of people that don't have time to make these bots and don't want to. They don't want to learn all this stuff, but they'd happily pay a VA to basically just manage all of their AI for them, set up and manage these AI systems for them. So I think jobs are going to change. There's just going to be different jobs. But yeah, it's certainly something that I ponder about a lot, and it is pretty scary, I have to say. Who knows? But at the moment, again, when I started this session today, I said what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on the light. We're going to focus on the bright side and go, with everything, there is a light and a dark. We're going to focus on how this benefits us and how we can use this to our advantage to hopefully create a ripple effect of our work impacting more people, reaching more people, serving more people, and allowing us to do that at scale because we don't have as much manual work to do ourselves. So let's focus on how much we can amplify and scale the services, the offerings, the education, the knowledge, and the reach and impact that we can have by utilizing these incredible tools. Who wants to clone themselves? Shall we do it? Let's do it. Let's show you how to clone yourself. All right, I'm going to show you how easy this is. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, do I have to be a coder? Do I have to know dev talk? Nope. All you need is Sarah's little Google Doc. I've just shown you there how ChatGPT itself can actually write the instructions for you. If you can write in a Google Doc or a Word document, you can create a GPT. You already can. If you can write, you can, or ask ChatGPT, how do I make a GPT? You are going to. Quite simply, use a template that I'm about to give you. First of all, whenever we teach anything, let's just talk about teaching. We always show the end result first, okay? I've just shown you the end result. Let's really bring this home a second because you guys, most of you are in some way educators, coaches, consultants, mentors, leaders, and or also have staff. Your job is actually very much to be an educator and a teacher all the time. One thing I've just done is I've shown you the end result first. When we're teaching anything new to anybody, when you show them the end result first, the people's feelings about what we're going to do and their cognitive ability to process what they're going to do is higher, which means the likelihood of them achieving the result is higher. Think of a recipe book. Right, how many of you guys have seen a recipe? You usually are more likely to follow the recipe if there's a photograph of the finished dish on the front. They're showing you the end result first because you can go, now I can see what I'm making. Now I can see what the end result looks like. It's now easier for my brain to process the next set of instructions of how we actually do it. So that's the first thing I've done. I've shown you the end result first. The second thing I'm going to show you before I give you this prompt is I'm going to show you the finished version of the back end. I'm going to show you what it looks like behind the scenes so that you see a finished prepared bot. And then I'm going to let you have a go. Okay? This is what you need to do when you're teaching all the time. Big finished result. Here's what it looks like when it was all the recipe put together. And now let's go and get our hands dirty and start mixing cake. Okay? Now, when you log into your ChatGPT account and you're in your main dashboard, you're going to click on My GPTs. Now, when you're in your home screen, sometimes this actually shows up on the top right-hand side. If it's not, click on your profile picture of yourself on the top right-hand corner of your ChatGPT dashboard. scroll down and you'll see my GPTs. And of course, if you've not created any yet, you're going to have nothing in here. Am I in the right account? Yes, I am. If you haven't created any, you're just going to have a blank space here and nothing but the option to create a GPT, which we're going to do in a moment. First, I want to show you the back end of my personal clone. And I'm going to show you how we train it to be like us. And then I'm actually going to give you my real template that you can go and fill in the blanks on so that you can create yours today. Aha, so exciting. So I'm going to just go and open up my pre-created bot. And this is all it looks like. No coding, no crazy, scary HTML stuff. What we've got here is quite literally a picture that you upload of whatever you want your picture to be, the name of your bot, short description, what are you, and then some written instructions, and then down the bottom, the option to upload some knowledge files. That's it. So I'm going to take you through this again. In the instructions, which you're going to see, all I've simply done in here is spoken to it to instruct it and tell it who it is and what its job is. Think of this like a detailed job description that you'd give to a person. Imagine you've got a new person coming on to do a job and you're just explicitly telling it what its job is. So mine simply says, I'll talk about this beginning bit in a moment. It simply says, this is who you are. You are a replica of Sarah Cordiner. This is what you do. She's a course creation specialist. She's the CEO of Techmatics. Your job is to think, speak, act, and replicate and emulate Sarah Cordiner. You are Sarah Cordiner's clone. You help experts do X, Y, and Z. This is what you do. I'm literally describing myself in the third person. Okay, you're going to use the training, information, and resources provided to you to speak, think, act, behave, educate, and advise like Sarah Cordiner, communicate in Sarah Cordiner's brand voice, and you're going to answer questions as Sarah Cordiner's, using her exact words, creating content as Sarah Cordiner, and being able to provide any of Sarah Cordiner's content and information in exactly her language, style, wording, and voice. You're going to use documentation that's been provided to you, which includes my blogs, YouTube videos, transcripts, books I've written, lists of my courses, workshops, so that you can both emulate me and provide customer service, blah, 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 about me. So I'm not going to go and read through the rest because it literally just talks about my business and what we do and how we help people. I've given it a few information like what language do we speak in, the links to my website. You're going to source information from my blog link. You're going to offer and tie in all of the information from my main product, which is my membership, my Legends Lab. You're also going to be aware of the fact that I offer Get It Done days and consulting where I help people do the following things. Here's the link where people can book that. Okay. And it goes on and on with a bit more detail about my particular offerings and the things that I teach and the things that I advise people on. There, again, is just a list of stuff that I speak about, and that's it. All right. So I've just given it a whole bunch of information about me in this main instruction area. Then what you're going to do is down the bottom here, and FYI, you update this all the time. I'm going to be showing you and explaining you that in just a moment. Down here where it says knowledge, this is where you just press upload a file and you can upload any kind of document that it can use as an additional source of information. So if you've ever written a book, upload the book here. It's going to use everything you upload here as more source info. If, like me, you transcribe every workshop, webinar, talk, presentation, video that you create, upload all of the transcripts here as Word documents. If you have, like me, put all of your social media content in like a massive Excel sheet, this here is actually an Excel sheet that includes all of the social media posts I've ever written. So it knows, again, more stuff of more ways that I can speak. The more you add to this, the more you use it, the more intelligent about you it becomes. So once you've put all of that information in, and at the very least, just the absolute bog standard instruction is enough for you to start with today. You can keep tweaking this, you can keep updating it, you can keep editing it as long as you like. You can keep adding more and more stuff to the knowledge base here. It is going to learn more and get smarter. You simply then press create. Mine says update because this is already a real published bot, but you would just press create. That update the update button in the top right-hand corner would say create, and then it will ask you, do you want this to be private? Do you want to share this with people with this private link? Or would you like to make this public? You're just going to choose the one that you want. And FYI, you can change that at any time. So if you're like, actually, I'm going to keep this private, or later on, you might be like, do you know what? I'm going to make this public and share it with all of my people. You would just change it in here. Now, updating your bot. I have created standard operating procedures for my business that my team follow, where every single time I create a new workshop, this very workshop you're watching right now is being recorded. It's going to be transcribed. And the SOPs that my staff follow for what to do when Sarah delivers a training is transcribe it and update Sarah's bot with the transcript. Every single time a social media post is created, my staff follow a SOP that says, every time Sarah creates a social media post, please take the text and copy and paste it into Sarah's bot to update it. Everything I create is instructed to my team to update my bot. So here's another way that VAs are not going to lose work at the moment, right? Because I still need them to keep my bot updated for me. And don't worry, Febby, I'm going to need you forever and ever and ever and ever. But you can see here now, how do we do this? So let's pretend I've just finished this webinar. Few places you get your transcripts, by the way. One is, did you know that YouTube actually transcribes all of your videos? Did you know that? Did you know that? You do now. Let me show you how. If you upload something to YouTube, here's an actual video that I've got uploaded to my YouTube channel. FYI, you can get this from any published YouTube video, not just your own. So if you are, for instance, I don't know, maybe you provide advice on some other software, you could actually go to that software's training materials, get the transcript for that, and train your bot in that particular software's training materials. So again, your bot knows how to advise or understands that resource that you're an expert in as well. All right, just throw in more ideas at your brain here. Transcripts. How do you find them? Go to a YouTube video, yours or anyone else's. Underneath the video where they have this description, let me make this a bit bigger for you. Where they have the description underneath the video, this kind of gray area here, you will see a tiny little bold word that says more. So on the bottom right-hand side of this, it says more. Open that up and it will expand the full description of the video. You keep scrolling to the bottom of this description box and you have show transcript, and it will actually open up the entire transcript for you. So this is if you don't have any transcribing tools. You're going to copy that transcript, go into your GPT. Remember, you're in your editing area of your GPT, and you're going to simply just say, here is a transcript from a podcast I spoke on. Please remember this for the future. Paste. Bam. Does it matter that it's got numbers in it? Nope. There you go. It's now pulled out the key things I said in that particular post, and it's going to remember it forever. You just press update, and it's going to remember that. So you don't have to put it as uploaded files. You're just going to come in here and update your bot every single time. How exciting is that? So you would do that with everything you create. Now, I also use tools like Descript, which transcribe everything that you create. I don't know if I have an affiliate link on the screen here. Yes, I do. I do have an affiliate link there. I have no idea what URI I get if you use it, but it's sarahcordiner.com/Descript. This is an amazing filming and editing software, which will instantaneously transcribe all of your videos. And you can actually edit the video by editing the transcript. So if there's a word that you said, like bananas, and you didn't mean to say bananas, you literally just delete the word bananas and it's deleted it out of the video. So good. It's so much more it can do. Join the Legends Lab where you're going to learn more about using video editing tools. But let me just remove that from there as well. How do I get rid of that? Let's remove it. Okay. So that is a way that you keep your bot continuously updated. Who wants to do it now? Who wants to do that? Yay. It's exciting, isn't it? I'm just looking at the comments over on my other screen. I'm going to give you a link to this Google Doc. This is a template of the instructions from my GPT. Please do not write on this copy. When I give you the link, you're going to press File and you're going to press make a copy. Okay, file, make a copy, and this will literally create a copy for yourself. All right, so please make your own copy before you write on this. I'm putting it in the chat for those of you that are on live right now. It's going in the chat thread. Open up that link and create your own copy. Those of you watching the replay, it will be in your email that you get sent with the replay link in it. All right. So open this up, make a copy, and you're going to fill in the blanks. Obviously, it's got my stuff in there. I've highlighted for you yellow what you're going to do. Now, if you already have some kind of a bot, you might like to paste this in and say, here's a bot instructions. Can you replace everything in here with my own information? It might actually already know enough about you. But this is what you're going to simply fill in. Once you've filled this in, I'm not going to sit here and wait for everyone to fill that in on today's session. Obviously, you can come back to this, take some time after today's session. If you're watching the recording, pause this now and do it. But this is what you're going to do. Once you have filled in the blanks, all you're going to do is paste it in your instructions section here. That's it. Press update, press save. Congratulations. You now have a cloned custom GPT bot of yourself. You did it. You've got a bot. That's it. Can you believe that is it? For the people who came on here going, I'm not tech savvy, I don't even have a clue what Sarah's on about. Who now thinks this is possible? Who's going to have a bot by the end of today? Wow. Wow. Now, let me tell you why. Having this is now even more important than ever. Just to give you some more motivation to just do this today. ChatGPT and other AI language models now refer you clients. If you have trained ChatGPT in who you are, what you do, who you help, and how you help them, when somebody goes into ChatGPT and uses it as a search engine and asks a question, ChatGPT not only now sources where it got that information from and gives you the link that's clickable to that person's site, it even explicitly names you and sends people to your website. So if you are not doing this, you are going to be missing out on the biggest free traffic machine in human history. SEO is still not dead, by the way, because people are always going to go to Google still, but more and more people than ever are now using ChatGPT and other AI language modules as their search engine. I very rarely Google anymore. I go to ChatGPT to ask my questions. So let me show you an example of how important this is, my friends. I'm just going to come out of this bot. Let's say someone just goes to random ChatGPT. This isn't my bot anymore. I could literally say, who is one of the #1 course creation experts in the world that I should be following? Give me a list of top course creation experts that I can go and check out. This is going to be really embarrassing if it doesn't. Say, hey, I'm first. I'm first. Woohoo. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It has literally got my name. It said what I'm an expert in, why to follow me, put a clickable link to my website and a clickable link to my YouTube channel. It's got Amy. It's got the Kajabi guys, Marissa, Teacher right? All these amazing, cool, incredible, fantastic, successful people, right? Bam, clickable links to all their sites. This is now a marketing platform for experts and businesses. If you create a clone of yourself and train it in every single thing that you know, you are going to be getting actual referrals and recommendations from AI when people use it as a search engine. What on earth? It's free traffic. Free traffic. Not $5 a click on Facebook ads, not manically posting on socials, which by the way you should be doing. People are really letting their fear get in the way of what an insane opportunity this is. And it is real and it is now happening. had someone send me an email who said, I found you from ChatGPT. I saw a post from one of my friends in the same industry who said exactly the same thing the other day on Facebook. And I was like, me too. It's already sending me customers that I've never met before, that haven't seen my socials, never freaking heard of me from the other side of planet Earth. ChatGPT said, go and check out these people, and I was one of them. Who's glad you're here today? This is life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing. Now, the thing that's going to help ChatGPT do that for you, let me talk a little bit about privacy. How is it going to know this? One of the things for that to happen is inside your settings. Your settings of ChatGPT, click on your profile picture, click on settings. You have what is called data controls in here. If you have improved the model for everyone else as off, it's not going to receive your data. If you have it as on, it is going to receive your data. Now, how accurate, real, or reliable this is anyone's freaking guess. I didn't make ChatGPT, and I'm not one of the data collectors and managers behind the scenes. But according to legend, on or off apparently changes whether or not the data you're putting in is stored in the global memory of ChatGPT. Now, just to add the fun to this, I've got mine off. And yet ChatGPT still knows everything about me. The verdict is out on that one. I just go with the whole knowledge-based thought process of whatever you put on the internet stays on the internet. Whatever you paste in here is going to be somehow, some way recoverable or extractable from here. If you don't want it online, don't put it online is basically the general rule of thumb. If you've got secret activities you don't want anyone to know about, perhaps don't put it in an AI bot. All right. Okay. Mum talk over. As I've just said, Marissa, what if it's locked for everyone? As I've just said, for some reason, it still does it. Let's carry on. So you guys now have my bot instructions that you today are definitely going to fill in and launch your bot today. Now, FYI, in the recording, I will make sure that you guys do have instructions to get a share link of my slides as well. So you will be able to go back and follow those instructions if I went way too fast for you. But as you've seen there, very simple. To go back to your bot once it's created, to continue to update it, again, you just log into your ChatGPT, press your little profile picture, press My GPTs, find your clone of yourself, press Edit GPT, and now, again, you can just go in and update it with more information, tweak any instructions, or upload any text directly in the training section here as well. That's how you add and continuously edit your bot. Alrighty. Now, I've got the instructions there on other things you might want, or ideas of other things you might want to be adding. So this is everything from answering your emails. What I personally have in my business is a big Google Sheet that has all of the questions that people have ever asked me by email, all of the kinds of inquiries that come in via email, all the things that people send me in an email. And I've created template answers to those. And I've also uploaded all of those frequently asked questions and answers into my personalized custom clone GPT. So again, it knows how I answer some of those questions. But what you can also do over time, as I said, is just go into your inbox and copy and paste the email you've got and say, please answer this as me. So you've at least got like that basic reply. Every time you make a video, anytime you answer questions anywhere. So if you are one of those people who's quite active in forums or Facebook groups and you're answering questions all the time, don't forget to put that stuff you're writing over on social media into the bot as well, because that's just more training on how you speak, the way you speak, and everything else. If you've written books, if you've written guides, if you're delivering workshops, guys, if you're doing consults, so let's say you're doing consultations with clients, record them and put that in your personalized clone GPT content. Now, obviously, when you put the transcript up, just for the sake of privacy, I personally remove anything the client said that's anything private about their business, all right? Because you don't necessarily, I don't think it's right or ethical to be loading a bot with anything that's about somebody else. But what you can do is take that transcript of a consult that you've had with somebody, just remove anything that in any way identifies the person you're consulting. You can upload that transcript to say, here's a transcript of me doing a consult with somebody about X, Y, and Z. Please remember this for future use. Amazing. Everything you do is a training opportunity for the future. So Keep that in mind and start updating your standard operating procedures in your business to ensure that this is a step to, once this happens, update the bot. Once this happens, update the bot. Once this happens, update the freaking bot. Because this is the worst it's ever going to be. This is the least smart it's ever going to be. I am very confident that within the next 12 months, these bots are going to know us so well that they are going to be able to write entire 30,000 page books exactly as us. And the more you talk to your bot, I use the phone app a lot on my phone. That phone app has the voice, the chat option in there. You can literally, every time you have a memory that you think could be used as some kind of case study, as a story, a relatable story in your life, sometimes it will pop up in my head and I can just go, I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to me when I was 21 and I was traveling to this place and I met this person and this happened. And here's what I learned from that, but here's how it felt at the time. Anyway, just remember this story for future use, for future content creation. Save. This in the future is going to be able to draw upon all this information, all these memories, all these stories that we have, and actually help you write whole books, write entire podcast episodes. It can already do that for you, by the way. But by adding in these personal elements as well, it's going to know a lot about you. Now, as a parent, obviously I'm terrified about the AI future, but one of the things I also find quite heartwarming about adding in these personal stories to my private bot is how much my children might be able to use this to learn from me and get my advice in the future. Now, there's going to be a day when I'm not here. And maybe my daughter might want to be facing a life situation and be like, I wonder what mommy would say. I wonder what my mum would say in this situation. Right? She could sit there and have these conversations and share my memories and my advice from when I'm in another world. Something about that feels quite comforting to me. It might feel terrifying and weird to other people. Let's not judge how we each individually feel about those things, but that's just another thought, right? This is actually forming the baseline of legacy, of storing and archiving memory, of storing and archiving historical information that could be really meaningful and impactful long after we're gone. Imagine if the greats before us, our ancestors, had been able to record their knowledge and their stories and their memories in this way. And we could literally go like, what would Einstein have done or said in this situation? I don't know. Something really weird, but for me, I find that quite exciting. Not that I want to live forever or be immortal, but I don't know. I just find that with the line of legacy in mind, isn't that as business owners, course creators, coaches, consultants, leaders, helpers, contributors in the world, really trying to achieve, leaving the world a better place, leaving stuff behind that other people can use in a positive way. For me, that feels good. For you, maybe not. Take each piece as you go. All right, let's take this to another level. How are you all feeling? We're going to move on to a slightly different topic here. Ian's going, no. Sarah's going to live forever. We're going to switch lanes now a little bit. All right, have a little shake out. Everyone just have a little shake, have a little sip of water. We're going to move to a different place now. We're going to move out of ChatGPT and we're going to start moving into a little bit of automation. Now, FYI, what I'm going to show you now is going to be a demo with Techmatics. However, there are lots of other softwares that do exactly the same things. Even if you're not using this platform, you don't have to use this platform. There are lots and lots out there. I can't learn them all. I can't do demos on them all. I'm going to show you what Techmatics does, but there are tons of other softwares that do this same stuff in slightly different ways. But I want to show you what this can do. You can use AI to do lead generation from social media for you. Most of us, we should all be using social media to get discovered, to get followers, to share our stuff, to help people. But we're also using it as business owners to get leads. If you're not using it to get leads, you should be really. Our whole point of business is to get customers, make some money, pay the bills, that kind of fun stuff. So you may have seen these kinds of posts on social media that will say something like, comment me below and I'll send you X, Y, and Z. Maybe you're a fitness coach. Comment recipes below and I'll send you my recipes guide. Comment abs below and I'll send you my guide on how to create an amazing 6-pack of abs in just 6 weeks. You get the point. So you can actually now create these posts on social media. An AI bot will reply to every single comment on that post for you. And then we'll automatically go and DM that person and say, hey, thanks for commenting on the post. Here's the free thing that you asked for. Lead gen. What? How do you do it? Glad you asked. We've created a recipe for you. We've literally, if you're using Techmatics, this is already built for you. So this is where you can literally go create your post. You put your post up first. FYI, at the moment, this only works on business pages on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, it doesn't work on personal profiles. Facebook doesn't allow an API at present to auto post on personal profiles. It only allows an API on the business pages of Facebook and Instagram. But basically, you put your post up. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's an image, and you're going to say in the post, comment whatever word below, and I'll send you my free thingy. Cool. Post is now up. You publish it. Then once your post is published, you're going to go into the back end of Techmatics and you literally have this recipe that looks like this. And you're just going to say, for this particular post, whenever somebody comments this word and you type the word in, then reply to the comment. Let's make this a bit bigger so you can see it. Right now, reply to that comment and then send them a private message saying this, where you might include the link to whatever that thing is that you are giving away. Now, this, for some of our clients, we've got some pretty big influencers using Techmatics. This is bringing in some of our clients hundreds of leads a day, because get this, because Techmatics is a CRM, it automatically adds that person as a contact to your system when they DM you back. And now that they're a contact in your system, it starts recording all of the information and communication in their client record. It shows that they've clicked the link and downloaded the thing. Because they've clicked the link, now you can send off other automations and workflows to them with other email campaigns. And you'll see in a moment, your bot will then continue the conversation on your behalf, conversationally chatting to them. It's learned everything about you. It knows everything that you sell. It's going to sell for you and book appointments for you. This is now available, has been for quite some time inside your Techmatics system. Just to show you how simple this is, I'm not going to do a full demo. I know some of you aren't using this platform, but this is available on lots of other softwares as well. But I just want to show you that when you go into Techmatics and create, sorry, was I not showing you the screen then? Oh, whoopsie. I wasn't showing you the screen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is where, let me just show you what it looks like in an automation, in a workflow. You will see here that you simply say to the system, when this particular post I've posted on Facebook, when somebody comments this word, now reply to the comment saying, hey, babe, go check your DMs. All right, you can choose what you say, by the way. You choose the wording that you use, and then send them a DM. Right, that's all it is. That's what the workflow looks like. It's not complicated. It's not scary. And we've built this for you. You just have to go and edit it. So when you go into automated workflows, press create a workflow. You'll see at the top here, there is select a recipe. This means a pre-made recipe. It's already been done for you. You're going to go in and find, this is based on the GHL platform, FYI. We're basically GHL on steroids, for those of you who may have seen this before. And we've taken the GHL base and we've added in loads and loads of extra stuff to it, added on extra APIs and features and other pre-made workflows that we've actually created in the workflow section. These recipes ones are the generic system ones. But when you scroll down through your system here in the recipes area, you're looking for either Facebook or Instagram, whichever place you have posted on. You are looking for the recipe called Facebook comment automation. If you've done it on Facebook. If you've done it on Instagram, you're looking for the Instagram comment automation. Okay, so I'm going to just press the Facebook one. Let's pretend I've put a post up on Facebook. Remember, you have to put the post up first. It's already made for you. All you have to do is fill in the blanks. I'm going to make this a tiny bit bigger for you so you can see what's going on here. So in the trigger, this is what fires off the thing. You're saying to the system, when somebody comments on this particular page, now I don't have any Facebook pages attached to this account because it's a pretend account, but if you've connected, your Facebook page will show up here. And your post is, and then it will literally show you what post it is. Now, this isn't a real Facebook account, so I can't actually pull out any posts that I've created. And the word is, there's the actual post opportunity. You're telling it what the post is. So you're saying this page and this post. Cool, save. Then the word, what's the word that you've asked them to type in? Maybe it's bananas, okay? Maybe you've told them all to say the word SEO. Maybe you've told them all to say the word health. Whatever the word is, you type it in there where it says, what phrase are we looking for? Make sure that it's a little bit of a unique word, because if it's just a word like and, it's going to do whatever. It's just, you need to give it a unique word just to make it easier for this thing to understand. But then you've told it what post and what word we're looking out for. Then you're going to simply say, then send them a reply in the comment. So you can now create as many replies as you want. Hey, check your DM. Thanks for showing interest. Hey, babe, check your DMs. Right, you can say whatever you want. You can add as many variations as you want. So DM sent, for instance. So you might want to create a bunch of different replies just so that not every single reply is exactly the same. All right, it's going to just differentiate the replies, make it look less botty, and press save. Make as many as you like. I've not filled that one in. Save. Cool. Then it's going to go and send a DM. You can now customize what that DM says. So you can literally put their first name in. So you can type in hi, contact first name. Hi, contact first name. So it's going to pull their name from their profile. Here's the thing that you want, and then you're going to insert the link. And obviously you can put and write whatever you like in here. Would you like to book a call with me? Here's the free call link. Maybe your post was, who wants a free strategy call? Put the call link in here for the calendar. Whatever it is you want to write in here, you can write in here. There's no limit to what you can offer. And then you're going to press save, and then you're going to press publish. Done. So now that post is going out. I could bump the post. I could put a paid ad on the post. I could do a paid boost on the post. The further that post goes, the more comments it gets, the more reach it gets. And because your bot's replying to all the comments for you whilst you're sleeping, it's now getting more and more reach, because the more comments and engagements a post gets, the further it gets expanded, the more it's bumped by the algorithm. And behind the scenes, it's now getting you leads, because if they're opting into that thing, let's say it's an opt-in that you sent them, it's a form where they type in their name and email address to get the free thing, you're getting email addresses. They're being added to your database. And in the next bit, you're going to see that your bot's going to take over and even start selling for you too. What? Insane. Absolutely insane. Who's just looking at this going, this is a game changer? This alone is a game changer and available right now. Now, this is a demo account, so I'm going to have warnings popping up on here. Let me tell you what we're going to do next. Where's my screen? Let's put the screen back on. That is how you can automate social lead generation. Just one way, by the way, of many. That's the only one I'm going to show you today. Cool. Next, let's talk about the next massive thing that's going to be happening in the AI world and is already available right now. It's called AI employees. And some of you may have heard of this already. Some of you have seen some of my videos just even from early 2024. We've already been showing that this is a real thing. Did any of you see the email that I sent out yesterday that had a little bit of a full-on hook? I sent out an email yesterday with a very markety hook. The hook in the subject line was, please, can you call me? I've never had more replies or opens in my life on an email, by the way. And inside this, in this email, I was demoing, giving people the opportunity to actually test this out and see what this does. So I said, please, can you call me? And then in the email, I basically said, did you know there's such thing as AI employees now? They can answer the phone for you. They literally answer the phone. And I said in the email, if you don't believe me, ring my business number and my AI employee is going to answer the phone for you. Have a chat with my AI receptionist and see for yourself what it does. People were blown away. And mine's only been trained in the most absolute basic information. So yes, you can see here how this is crazy. So I'm actually right now, I just want to, for those of you who are not aware of this, basically inside, and there's a number of platforms that you can now do this on. Of course, I'm doing a demo for you here in Techmatics, but there are other places you can do this. Of course, I don't want this to look and feel like a pure Techmatics sales pitch here, but obviously it's my platform, so I am slightly biased. But I'm just going to call Sarah's office. Sarah office, 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to phone my actual office number. Now, this is where you can connect. Can you hear this or not? Oops.
Hi there. Thank you for calling Sarah Cordiner. I am Rebecca, Sarah's AI receptionist. How can I help you today?
I was just wondering if I can book a call with Sarah because I really need some help with my course.
You can definitely book a call with Sarah. Just head over to www.sarahcordiner.com/services and you'll find all the details there. Could I get your first name, please?
Yeah. Does she have any free calls available?
I'm not sure about the availability of free calls, but you can check all the options on her website at www.sarahcordiner.com/services. Now, could I get your first name to make sure someone from Sarah's team gets back to you?
Yeah, in a minute. I'm also interested in her boot camp she's got coming up. Is there any tickets left for the business automation boot camp?
For details about Sarah's upcoming events, including the Business Automation Boot Camp, you can visit www.sarahcordiner.com/events. You'll find all the information there. Now, could I get your first name?
Yeah, it's Sarah.
Great, Sarah. Just to make sure I've got it right, your name is Sarah. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Could I also get your email address so we can contact you?
Yep, it's sarah@testing.com.
Just to make sure I've got it right, your email address is sarah@testing.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Sarah. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
That's all, thanks.
Great. I've got your details, and someone from Sarah's team will get back to you soon. Remember, Sarah is based in Australia, so keep the time zones in mind. Have a great day, Sarah. Goodbye.
Bye. 24 hours a day. The AI receptionist has real conversations. It takes a transcript of the call. It adds that contact to your CRM. It adds a message that emails directly to you. And meanwhile, it's literally given me all the answers that I needed and probably fields, probably about 70 to 90% of the incoming inquiries whilst I'm asleep. Who wants to see just how easy it is to set up? It's basically the same as setting up a chat GPT. Really quickly, I'm just going to show you the behind the scenes of this, because again, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to need loads of fancy pants software? You need Techmatics, and you need to turn the AI employee on. FYI, there are some extra charges for AI employees because it's related to AI charges. It's all available on the website, techmatics.com/pricing. You'll see there. Just to give you some rough idea, I think about 5,000 pieces of data or something is about $5. So it's not like it's going to break the bank. It's very affordable, and you're not going to need to go and remortgage your house to use an AI employee. All right. We also have a feature, an option available inside Techmatics where you can actually turn on unlimited AI employees for just $149 a month. Unlimited AI employees. So there's that option. You can either pay as you go and just pay the couple of cents, a couple of dollars here and there as and when things take calls for you, or you can choose to go, do you know what, I'm just going to switch to unlimited because I'm going to max out the use of this to its fullest potential. Both of those options are available behind the scenes. But I just want to show you again, this isn't stupidly techie. All you do behind the scenes is just like you created a custom chat GPT a moment ago. You're simply going to go into your settings, click on voice AI agents, and you can create as many agents as you want. Now, my particular agent, I've called her Rebecca, my AI receptionist. And in the instructions that says, what is your job, Rebecca? Rebecca's only job in my business, because I've written these instructions to do what I want her to do, her only job is to pick up the phone, get the person's name and get their email address and direct them to the right place for more information. So her job and all she's been trained on is if someone asks about this, send them here. If someone asks about my events, send them to my event page. If someone asks to book me a call, send them to my booking page. If somebody asks about my Legends Lab, send them to the Legends Lab page. If somebody books about course creation done for you services, send them to my services page. Please make sure you get their contact details and tell them someone will get back to them, because when the call hangs up, it sends the transcript to my email. I can quickly scroll through and go, actually, the agent answered the question. I can just archive that query. Or I can go, I can see there that Alison wanted me to actually follow up with her about that, which usually one of my team can do. As you can see here, that's amazing. Now, other agents you could create, you might create some that are really specially customized, like your custom chat PDs in sales. So you might have another phone number that's for sales, and this can triage your calls and actually redirect callers to other agents inside your system. So if someone's, I'm really interested in that special consult, maybe it's a high ticket offer I've got, I might have another agent who's only and explicitly trained in that high ticket offer. And I can then you can set the bot to say, oh, hello, that person there, Rebecca, can go, it sounds like you're interested in this high ticket offer. I'm just going to go and transfer you to Daniel. He's our sales rep who can help you with that. 1 second. And it will transfer them to Daniel, the salesman. And Daniel will know everything about that high ticket offer and be able to answer really detailed questions about that particular thing and book them into the strategy call or the pre-sales call or something. You can create all these different kinds of bots in there. I could create one that's just about the next grant project we have coming up. So if people say, I want to know how to get that grant funding to set up my tech, I can just get this one bot. Cool. I'm just going to put you through to Roger. He's our grant specialist. Boom. They're going to be able to ask loads of questions. Am I eligible with this? Am I eligible because of that? Blah, blah, blah. The brains is blown. You can create unlimited agents if you have the AI employee turned on. I will show you that in a second. So here you go. Let's say I want to create a new agent. Okay. And in fact, I'm going to just stick to my own instructions here. Let's go to a real one, and I'm going to show you a finished one in my account. This is what it looks like behind the scenes. Okay, let's go into our settings. Let's go to voice AI agents, and I'm going to show you Rebecca. Let me show you what Rebecca looks like behind the scenes. There she is, my AI receptionist that we just had a chat to. By the way, you can connect mobile numbers and landline numbers to this. I do recommend that it's not your personal phone number. I recommend that you just buy a phone number for your business line. This is the number that you can also put on like your Google business profiles so that it doesn't matter who's got it. It's not going to intercept your life. You can train your bot, by the way, to redirect to your phone if you want it to, if they get through certain parameters. There's loads of fancy stuff you can do with this. But this is what Rebecca looks like behind the scenes. You simply are just telling it what's its name, what type of voice does it have. You can choose different accents and male or female voices. You can also, inside the agent goals, then stick your instructions in. Okay, this is just literally all it says here is you are Sarah Cordiner's AI receptionist called Rebecca. You're a dedicated customer service specialist at Sarah Cordiner, focusing on assisting my clients who are mostly X, Y, and Z type people. Your goal is to gather contact information, name, email, and that's it. That's all Rebecca's job is, get their name and email. And then I basically have some simple instructions in here. Avoid asking for further details, stick to provided information only, don't make any assumptions. Here's your script. Hello, thank you for calling Sarah Cordiner. This is Rebecca, Sarah's AI receptionist. What's your name? Can I get your name so that one of Sarah's team can get back to you? That is what obviously adds the name to the client record. What's the spelling? How do I spell that? What's your email address? And then we have down here, what's the reason for the call? Make sure you try and understand the reason for the call. Ask questions. And then I've just said, hey, if you asked about any of the following, please direct the caller accordingly. All I've put in there is if they ask about my bootcamp, send them here. If they ask about training, send them here. If they ask about services, send them here. You get the point. That's it. And then how to end the call at the end. At the end of the call, thank them for calling Sarah Cordiner. Let them know someone will get back to them. Have a great day. That's it. Save. Save. You've created a voice agent in minutes. Now, I can't click on this because in call logs, this is where it will show all of your actual incoming calls. Now, I can't open that for privacy purposes, but I can show you what it looks like in the next slide somewhere. I definitely created that somewhere. It's in my images. Bear with me. I meant to say I do have an image on how this works. 1 second. I swear I created a slide on this morning. Clearly I didn't. I want to show you what this looks like. Incoming. Okay. In the call log, which I can't click on because there's real people's data in it, real people's phone numbers that have been calling me following my email yesterday that went crazy. You have a list of every single call that's come in, including the phone number. So just to show you a little bit of clever marketing, by the way, do you want to know why I also gave out that phone number and said, try it? Not only did I want people to actually experience what calling a AI receptionist was like, just for the point of education, I also got a lot of people's phone numbers because of that. Now, this is, whether that's right or wrong, this is the reality of marketing. One of the things we want to ask ourselves is how can we collect as much data as possible about our customers? Because if they've phoned us from a mobile number, guess what? Now we can do SMS marketing and SMS messaging, as long as they've opted in to get that, all right? Please be careful about your legislation that you need to stick to. I'm just talking about the principle here at the moment. But here is where in your call logs, you can see the exact conversation, the actual transcript that was had between those people. And in the email that the system will send you afterwards, it includes the whole transcript and a summary of the call for you as well. So you know exactly what's going on. And if your bot's gone a little bit array and is talking gobbledygook, you can just quickly go back into your bot training settings and just update the instructions. Don't say this. If someone asks this, please say that. Simple, easy. How fun is that? Who wants to do that? Now, FYI, this is fairly straightforward to do yourself, as I've just shown you. However, we do have a full AI employee setup service, a done-for-you service. That is a small fee, obviously, just to cover one of our tech experts' time to set it all up for you. That includes applying for your phone number, connecting the phone number, and creating all of the detailed bot instructions and making sure all of the settings are done properly. If you are interested in that, I will, in the replay email, I will send you all a link to that done for you service for you to check out and have a look. We've got a couple of different options available for you to choose from. Otherwise, you can also just hire a tech expert by the hour. If you just want 1 hour with a tech expert for $50, they can help you just tweak your settings and make sure you've got a few little settings set up properly. But we do have a full setup service that includes all of the writing the instructions and everything for you as well, which isn't available in just a normal time with the tech expert session. That's a little bit more information. Who's excited by that? Hell to the air. Now, in addition to the voice AI, you also have inside, again, a lot of platforms today, but I'm going to do the demo inside Techmatics. This is available in tons of other platforms as well. You have the AI assistant bot. This is the bot that will automatically respond to incoming written inquiries from customers on SMS, Instagram, Messenger, Facebook Messenger, your Google business profile, your website live chat. If you've got like a chat up widget in your bot on your website, basically, and there's lots of other places as well. That's just some of them. Anytime someone messages you on one of those, this bot will have real life conversations in text with that person. And it can draw from your calendar, know your opening times, know what appointments you have available, book appointments for you, sell for you, and so much more. There is an example here where all I've done, and let me make this a tiny bit bigger for you, where all I did was type in, you paste in your website URL. I will show you this behind the scenes in a second. It will learn everything about you and your website in seconds by scraping your site. It also draws from your Google business profile, and you can add as many bits of information and instructions in here in exactly the same way you did with the voice AI and in exactly the same way you do with your custom GPT. Guess what? You can actually use your custom GPT instructions that you've made for your custom GPT and paste it in here too, so that you're basically killing 3 birds with 1 stone. It will learn everything about you. You can give it really customized, frequently asked questions with your answers. And from that point onwards, whenever someone messages you on any of those channels, it's going to be able to reply for you like a real assistant, like a real person. I, in this video example here, was helping a barber, actually, a hairdresser barber, create his chatbot. We put his website URL into the bot area here and did nothing else. And then we tested it and I said, I want to book an appointment with your barber shop on Saturday. And it literally went through the calendar and said, oh, we're fully booked on Saturday, but we do have some availability on this day or this day. So I said, oh, okay, Tuesday then. And it's actually showing the available times. And I said, cool, I'll take 8:30, please. And it said, great, here's the link. Let's go and get that done. Imagine how much time and ping pong that would normally take when you're dealing with someone via Messenger or via email, and then there's the waiting time in between. This takes out all of that. It's selling for you 24 hours a day, and you're not paying $50,000, $60,000 a year for an employee that also needs sick pay, that also needs annual leave, that also needs workers' compensation, that also needs cover, that also needs training, that also can, have days where the planets make them feel crazy. You get the point. For the sake of either a couple of dollars here and there when it uses AI credits, or $149 a month for unlimited AI, $149 a month for a full-time suite of AI employees. That includes the voice AI, unlimited voice agents, and all AI bots. And just to make this even more incredible, here's another thing you can do with AI. We're talking all about AI today. For those people who are as tech savvy as a potato, or for those people who really want to embrace automation and workflows and funnels and all of this cool tech stuff to grow their business and make more sales and put everything on autopilot, you no longer have to even learn it. Inside Techmatics, if you have the AI employee feature turned on, you can now get the system to build automations for you. Literally. Let me show you. I'm just not even going to explain. I'm just going to go straight in and show you how ridiculous this is. Go into workflows, press create a workflow, and let me just turn on the screen properly. There we go. Refresh. Press create a workflow, top right hand side, start from scratch. Let's say, I don't know, let's say you are running a webinar and you want to create a workflow that's going to do all of your automatic webinar registrations, confirmation, and reminder messages. Yeah? Who's going to run webinars this year? Give me a yeah. Let me just show you. Let's pretend I know nothing, which is most of us who are not tech experts, right? You don't know how to do this. First, I'm going to just name this webinar. Let's call this webinar workflow. All right, I've decided I want to run a webinar. Cool. What do I do? I don't know. I'm just Joe Blow, who's an expert psychologist. I don't know anything about tech. Cool. AI can help you. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, you've got this beautiful pink star. And the beautiful pink star is your new AI assistant best friend. Click him. Give her a name. Why not give her a name? All right, click on this. You'll see here where you can press the button that says, let me make this bigger, assist with building. What would you like to do? I'd like you to help me build this, please. Cool. Assist with building. So you're simply going to say, I am running a webinar. Oopsie, can't spell today. I'm running a webinar on March 25th, 2025. Please help me create a registration confirmation. Oh, I don't care about my spelling right now. See what it does. Maybe just in case it doesn't understand my spelling. Confirmation and reminder email sequence. Enter. That's all I've told it. That's it. I'm just going to tell it nothing and pretend I have never logged into this and don't have a clue what I'm doing. Let's see what it does. Give her a little minute. What's everyone going to call their AI assistant? Let's come up with the names. So let's see what this has done. I've just got to make it a bit smaller. Here we go. It's done its work. So it's going to say to us, step-by-step guide. Step-by-step guide. Oh, what? What are you saying there? It says, first, create a trigger. We're going to use the trigger called form submitted. Okay, cool. So obviously we're going to need to have created our form first, but at least it's told us what to do. So let's scroll down to triggers until we find form submitted. Oh, look, there it is. Yay. All right. And then it says the specific form. Now, of course, you're going to need to have created that form. You can actually continue to ask it, how do I create the form? And it will tell you. But we're going to just choose what form it is for the sake of this example. So I'm going to say what form. The form is, and let's pretend I'm just going to pick the free workshop over here. Okay. I've made the registration form already. For the sake of demonstration, it's told us what the trigger is. Cool. Now send a confirmation email. So add a send email action. Okay, add a send email action. So we're going to keep scrolling. Oh, look, there's the send email action. Yay. Now we can go in, we can either choose something from our templates, an email that we've already written in our fancy, nice templates, or we can literally write the email in text form in there. Okay, or I'm just going to pick a random template for the time being, just so that we've got, there's my last email. Please, can you call me? Cool, so we're going to send the registration email. Nice. Now I'm going to give you some more tips in a minute. This goes even further. Okay, then it's going to say, now add a wait step to pause the workflow to wait for the specific date of the webinar. Okay, add a wait step. Add a, scroll down until we find wait. Oh, wait, there it is. And we're going to wait for the date of the webinar, which is what it's told us to do. So the event time is blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, it's event time. Yep. Brilliant. But you get the point. I'm not going to sit here and fill this whole thing out, but it's basically telling you now send the reminder email, now change the settings for this. And it's even now suggested added actions. So send a follow-up email. Cool. It's going to now create a follow-up email. Position, blah, blah, blah. Cool. It's now going to tell us to write the email, blah, 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 blah. Save. It's not going to let me save it because I've got to fill in all that other information, but I'm not going to sit here and type all of that in. Now, the other thing you can do on here is it says, can you help me draft the email content for the confirmation reminders? What? So you're thinking, I don't know what to put in that email that goes out when someone registers for my webinar. So it's going to literally say, here you go. And guess what? It's even going to include the custom fields for you to make the whole process ensure that you're not missing any information from that email. This is just next level. Here's a suggested draft for your email. Here's the subject, you're registered. Body, hi, first name, blah, 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 blah. Here's the date, put in the title, put in the duration, put in the URL, blah, 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 blah. Here's the reminder email for 2 days before the webinar. Here's the reminder email for the day of the webinar. What the heck? This is, seriously, stop it. Who just thinks that's pretty helpful? Now, of course, all of my training videos teach you how to do that stuff. But here's the final thing I'm going to teach you today, and then it's the end of today's session. You also now, using the AI employee feature, can now get AI assistant, whatever you're going to give your name to your AI assistant. Your AI assistant can actually build funnels for you. What? Really? Truly? Absolutely. It does. So, if you think this stuff's mad, all you got to do, I'm just going to cancel this because this is just me mucking around doing demos. Go to your funnels and websites, and you're going to press funnels, create a new funnel, bam, funnel AI. Instead of building it from scratch or using one of our library of hundreds of templates, go to funnel AI, press continue. It's going to ask you, what's your business? What industry are you in? All right, I'm just going to pick something completely random for the moment. All right, business name is Sarah's Acupuncture Services. Okay, next. And then what do you want to do? Do you want to generate more leads? Are you trying to get appointments? Are you trying to showcase services? Or are you trying to sell something? All right, I might just be like, oh, let's just get more leads. Maybe it's a free webinar I'm delivering. Is the content going to be friendly, fun, conversational, humorous, whatever? Press generate. Now, I'm not going to wait for this to happen. It does take a few minutes, obviously, but this is now going to basically create a template funnel for you that you can then go in and edit, tweak, change the wording, change the fonts, change the color, change the logos. What? Now, I don't know about you, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is nothing compared to what is already in there and to what you can already do, but let alone what's going to be available in a matter of weeks, months, and dare we even think about what might be happening in 12 months' time or more. So I highly recommend that we remember here, as we go into tomorrow, next month, next year, your job is to just permanently be a learner, because none of us are going to be able to ever keep up with the rapid changes of all of this. Get comfortable to just be like, I'm a permanent learner in this. I'm always going to be learning it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I hope that this has given you some tips and some ideas, but I'd love to hear, what were some of the most mind-blowing bits for you today? What bits were the most helpful? What was your biggest takeaway? What was your favorite thing that you got from today's session? I'd really love to hear that from you in the comments. Also, I will be sending out a link to kindly leave a review about today's training, and reviews are really important. It would mean so much to me if this has been helpful, if you do respond to that and leave me a Google review when I send the email out. But is this helpful? I'd love to know. I'm just going to have a little look at the thread here. We've got, I know you can't see that. Sorry, when I move over here. I wish I'd known this before now. This is so cool. Wow, just what I needed. Ronwin's asked, if you have multiple webinars, do you duplicate the workflow? Yes, every single unique individual product you create must have its own unique individual workflow. Absolutely. So you just press clone. Once you've created it once you've created one webinar workflow, you just press clone, duplicate. So all you need to do is change the details inside each one, which is amazing. What else did you find really good? What else did you find useful or takeaways? Being able to clone yourself. Dennis is going off to do that. Absolutely love it. Oh, Nicola's also asked, someone left a review on her Facebook and her bot replied. Amazing. Yes, you can actually turn on automated AI replies. So AI inside Techmatics does reply to all of your reviews for you as well. Just to let you know where it does that, because that's the question that's been asked here. Oh, by the way, there's my funnel that AI just created for me. Look at that. It just created a whole funnel with my stuff in it. Wow. That's amazing. AI just created that in a matter of minutes. This is just insane. Anyway, how do you turn on or off AI replying to your reviews for you? Down in your reviews section, go to the main menu, click on reviews. In here is where you have your review settings right there. And inside your review settings is where you can then turn off or on automated responses. Okay, so if you don't want the AI to reply for you, turn it off. If you want AI to reply for you, turn it on. So with that in mind, guys, I hope that today has blown your brains, because that was definitely one of my objectives today, was how many pants can I blow off people's butts today? Also, I hope that it's shown you the possibilities, is the second thing. I also hope that it has shown you that it's not as hard and terrifying as a lot of us think AI is. Hands up who thinks, or can you give me a comment if you think, wow, that's actually a lot easier than I imagined. A lot of us think that these things, because we don't know them yet, because there's something that's unfamiliar, we actually usually over dramatize the complexity. Has it helped you go, I reckon I can do that? I hope it has, because that was my main goal from today. I hope you've learned something new. Please go and create your bots. I'd love you all to share your progress in my Facebook group, Business Owners Being Legends. I will be sending the replay out to this shortly with all of the links to everything that you've got. Really hope that you found this helpful, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. Don't forget that if you want to take this to a whole other level and get stuff like this pretty much every single week, come and join the Legends Lab. My Legends Lab is my business coaching program where you get a group challenge every single month, live calls with me to train you in stuff like this every single month. You have a whole entire library of on-demand training that is also AI guided with a personalized success checklist telling you exactly what workshop you need to go and do next in order for you to progress your business. So check out the Legends Lab. I keep on top of data, trends, technology, AI, automation for you, marketing, particularly building your brand and your business so that you don't have to. And I teach you how to do the stuff, not just what you need to do. I actually teach you how to do it. This was a free training. It's just a taster. It's just a little lick. It's a little taster for you. Behind the scenes in the paid space, I drop a lot more how-tos and a lot more resources than this. So please come and join me. That's the only sales pitch I'm doing. Thank you all for coming. Tell your friends I'm amazing. Leave an amazing review. Love you so much. Thank you. Happy teching. Bye. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. So glad it helped. My pleasure. Aw. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. See you. Bye.